He'll capture the moment and bring your photos to life, from heritage photos, sporting events, to senior photos. When you look at them, it's just like it happened. Almost Candid creates unique memories that will last a lifetime. For inquiries, call 360-297-1347 or stop by at 337 Pacific Avenue in Bremerton. Almost Candid Photography, because every image deserves a great frame. Bremerton Wildcats opened up Spring League basketball action with a convincing 94-81 win over Cascade Diesel. Wildcats' D'Angelo Moore picked up the slack on offense. Shot denied by JoJo Johnson. Long pass down to D'Angelo Moore, spins into the lane and hits. Tonight, the Cats take on Admirals Rec at the Brick Palace on the ISBNsports.com Game of the Week. Will the Wildcats take rank over the Admirals, or will be the Admirals take command? Find out next. It's the Wildcats and the Admirals as the action starts now. And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Brick Palace. As tonight, the 1-0 Bremerton Wildcats take on the 0-1 Admirals Rec here at the Brick Palace. We're ready to get things underway. And the Bremerton Wildcats, of course, last week, D'Angelo Moore had himself a great game, but you have to give props to Kimo Ratomi, who played last week for the Bremerton Wildcats. Not here tonight, but he was a force underneath. And, of course, newcomer JoJo Johnson. There's Kimo Ratomi stepping in to the Brick Palace. Of course, JoJo Johnson from Central Kitsap and Curtis High School. He was a big force as he's joined the Wildcats for Spring League. He has played very, very well in his first game in a Wildcat uniform. As the referees are getting ready, we're about ready for tip-off here at the Brick Palace. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Almost Candid Photography in downtown Bremerton. Johnny Walker. He brings sports and activity photography with distinction. An award-winning sport photographer. He's a fan and a booster of high school athletics, band, cheer, and drill. Understanding that not every student goes to college pro level competition, but he specializes in high-speed action photography that captures important activities that might otherwise be lost to memory. That's Johnny Walker. You can also catch his frame shop downtown Bremerton as well. Got a chance to work with him at Lubbock College over the course of the winter season. Did a great job there as the photographer for Lubbock College as well. Get ready to jump it up. And D'Angelo Moore will jump it up. He'll jump it up against Dwayne Clark as they get the handshakes out of the way. Got 20 minutes on the clock. About ready for basketball here at the Brick Palace. The Admirals is coached by Patrick Herbert. The Wildcats, the Admirals Rec coached by Patrick Herbert. The Wildcats by Coach Jim Portune. The Wildcats bring it in the front court. Going from right to our left, those are listening on Mega Talk Radio, AM 1400 KIGZ, a special presentation of Spring League basketball. Getting out on top to JoJo Johnson. Working against the defense, Devontae Clark. He elevates it and springs up and hits. JoJo Johnson starts the scoring off for the Wildcats. They lead 3-0 and get their first lead here early. Driving in and kicking out to the corner for Devontae Clark off the mark. Rube Wilson springs up and pulls down the rebound for the Wildcats. Gets out to D'Angelo Moore. Cut off there by the defense of Dwayne Clark. Baseline. JoJo Johnson feeds inside and it finds Marquis Skursky, who elevates and scores from short range. Wildcats lead it 5-0 here in the first quarter play, just getting underway. Out on top to Clark. Gives it up to the short range and hits Owen Wyatt. 5-2, Wildcats lead the Admirals here early. 18:48 to go here in the first half, just getting underway. JoJo Johnson works against the defense to Clark. Gives it up to the Rube Wilson straight away. Elevates, back iron no good. Ball goes up high in the air. Gursky with the rebound, hands out to JoJo Johnson. He tries one. Kimo Ratomi doing what he does best, gets the offensive rebound, spins in the lane and scores with the left hand. Kimo Ratomi picking up where he left off last week. Pounding inside on the boards on the offensive end. 7-2, Wildcats on top. Clark to Wyatt. Wyatt from 15. Misses left. Quick outlet pass on the break to JoJo Johnson. A big 1-2. Flips it up. Off the mark, no good. Gets his own rebound. Springs it back up and hits. JoJo Johnson, he's got 5. Wildcats lead at 9-7 6-2, leading by 7. There's Herbert. Looking for somebody to get the basketball off to. Funny does off the off angle here, in the near angle. And going up with the shot was Dwayne Clark off the mark. Bertomi with another rebound. He has 2 quick rebounds early for the Wildcats. Rube Wilson goes in, elevates from 10, off the mark. Ball tapped out by Gursky in the hands of Rube Wilson. Up, trying to get out on top, stolen away by Owen Wyatt. Goes up and using the window and hits. Wyatt has 4, and it's 9-4. Wildcats on top. 17-16 to go here in the first half. JoJo Johnson for 3, air ball. Rebound by Ratomi. Flips it out on the corner to Rube Wilson. But the ball is belonging to the Admirals rec. Mondo Ortiz will step in for the Admirals. Patrick Herbert will step out. And the Admirals were coming in the front court from our left to our right. Owen Wyatt flips out on top for a long 3 by Clark. Couldn't get that one to fall down. Rube Wilson gets it into right at the free throw line. Just a left of it to JoJo Johnson. Spins around, goes, hey, I'm wide open, and hits. JoJo Johnson with 7 points for the Wildcats. And the Wildcats lead it by 7, 11-4. Elevating up is Owen Wyatt. Hits a triple. 11-7, just like that. The Admirals down by 4. 16 minutes to go here in the first half. Chris Cassidy on the video off to our right. Doing the YouTube production is Dave Hinch, also to my right. Stepping back is D'Angelo Moore for 3 and hits. D'Angelo Moore. The ripple and the triple for D'Angelo Moore is 14-7. Wildcats lead it by 7, equaling their biggest lead of the night. Underneath, nice feed underneath by Wyatt. Finding wide open on the baseline, Mondo Ortiz gets his first 2. 14-9. Moore goes in, uses the left hand, gets bodied up, knocked down to the floor, knocks down the bucket, and will go to the free throw line for his effort. It's 16-9. Wildcats again build that lead back up. And D'Angelo Moore now has 5. Goes to the free throw line for 1. Gets to whack into 1. He'll toe it up at the free throw line. Been 15 minutes to go here in the first half. Free throw rattles and drops by D'Angelo Moore. He's got 6. And 17-9. Back out on top. Admirals rec. Going from our left to our right. Near angle 3, high arcing 3 off the mark. Put up that time by Dwayne Clark. JoJo Johnson brings the ball out of backcourt. Gets off to the right side for Wilson. Can't get that one to drop down. Being out of backcourt is Devontae Carter. Ball stolen away by Ratomi. Get it up to Rube Wilson. Try to get him a little showtime. Misses the shot. Kimo Ratomi with a rebound. Feeds back to Rube Wilson, who scores for the Wildcats. Rube Wilson gets his first 2. We have a timeout. Timeout of 4 will take when 2 Wildcats have their biggest lead, leading it over the Admirals rec 19-9. We'll be back after these words by H&K Insurance. We're here for you.
When you find yourself in need of insurance, you ask yourself, where do I go? Who's the best? Who's the most affordable? If this is you, your questions have been answered. H&K Insurance. H&K Insurance is an independent insurance agency specializing in customized policies. They represent a variety of different insurance companies who offer comprehensive packages at affordable prices, like Kemper, Travelers, and Pemco. H&K Insurance has 3 locations, Silverdale, Port Orchard, and in Bremerton. To see how H&K Insurance can assist you, call 360-377-7645. H&K Insurance. We're here for you.
All right, and yes, they are H&K Insurance Agency here in Bremerton, 3105 Wheaton Way in Bremerton. Give a call, 377-7645, H&K Insurance. Again, they're here for you. 19-9, Wildcats with their biggest lead of the game. Here's a straightaway 3 air ball. Rube Wilson comes away with a rebound for the Wildcats. Going from our right to our left, coming out of backcourt. Special presentation of Park and Rec Spring League basketball. Inside pass to JoJo Johnson by Rupe Wilson. Springs up and scores JoJo Johnson. He now has 9 and is 21-9. The Wildcats keep building their lead. Here's almost a steal by the Wildcats. Coming out of the fray with his Owen Wyatt. Drives in. Wyatt spins in the lane. Right-hand floater in. Hits. Owen Wyatt. He's got 9 for Admirals. 21-11, Wildcats by 10. Flying in is D'Angelo Moore. Can't finish. Admirals Rec comes out of backcourt. Devontae Clark. He's on the off angle. Gives it up to Clark. Now driving in and kicking out is Casey Major to the corner for 3 by Mondo Ortiz. It won't drop. Quick outlet pass to JoJo Johnson. Flips out for D'Angelo Moore. Can't get down with the drop down, but can't not be able to handle the defensive rebound. As Mondo Ortiz goes off his fingertips and out of bounds. Wildcats basketball. Throwing bounds off to our left. Quickly into D'Angelo Moore. Flips into Wilson and stolen away by Casey Major, who's coming into the game for the Admirals Rec. Owen Wyatt with the bounce ball for Admirals Rec. Counted there by D'Angelo Moore. Spins in with the left hand. Goes in, goes up and over the outstretched hands of Rupe Wilson and scores. Owen Wyatt. During the abundance of scoring for Admirals Rec, it's 21-13. Wildcats lead it by 8. Bertomi back out into D'Angelo Moore. Straight away between the circles. Hands it off to Rupe Wilson. Off angle. Knocked there by the defense. Mondo Ortiz. Rupe Wilson elevates from 14 feet. Follows his shot after the miss. Gets his own rebound. Picks up the hardwood. Springs up and scores. Rupe Wilson following his shot like you're taught. Gets his miss. Then goes up and is fouled on the play. Gets to whack and the one. He'll go to the free throw line. Rupe Wilson with 4. Admirals bring in Patrick Herbert back into the lineup. Rupe Wilson will attempt the 3-point play for the Wildcats. Equaling their biggest lead of the night, 23-13. Make it 24-13. Admirals Rec. Herbert drives baseline with a reverse. Flips it up. Can't drop. After the rebound, pulled down and then put back up by Dwayne Clark. Gets his first 2. 24-15. Staying arms linked away on the Wildcats. Rupe Wilson elevates from 15 and hits. Rupe Wilson now has 6. And it's 26-15. Wildcats equal their biggest lead at 11. Owen Wyatt, right-hand runner, leaves it short. Off the rebound, pulled down by the Admirals. Bringing it out to the corner is Dwayne Clark. Sets back 3. High arcing shot off the mark. Off the heel of the iron. JoJo Johnson will track down the rebound. Has the ball stripped away almost from behind. JoJo Johnson will flips underneath. The Rupe Wilson works patrolling on the baseline. Goes up in reverse and hits. Rupe Wilson now with 8. And it's 28-15. Wildcats are the biggest lead of the night at 13. With 10:44 to go here in the first half of action. Shot off the mark. Wyatt with a rebound. His putback is short. Rupe Wilson speeds out of backcourt on the break. Goes in and goes up to the right-hand runner and rattles in, drops. Rupe Wilson now with 10. Wildcats lead now at 15. Dangerous pass thrown away by JoJo Johnson behind the back. Working against the defense of Wyatt. Goes up with a little right-hand finger lip rolling in good by JoJo Johnson. He's got 11. 32-15. Admirals Rec back, jet away, feeds it back out on top, straightaway 3, short by Clark. Put back, short. Rebound pass, break out to JoJo Johnson, off angle. Tries baseline ref, goes up. He's the lay-in short on the reverse. Clark with the rebound for Admirals Rec. Comes out of backcourt, dumps it up underneath. Nice pass by Clark. Going up and laying it up and in for the Admirals Rec is Mondo Ortiz. He now has 4. Driving in is D'Angelo Moore and scoring for the Wildcats. He's got 8. 34-17, 17-point lead by the Wildcats. And a turnover back jet away by Admirals Rec. 9:15 to go here in the first half. Damon Clark from Clahia Secondary School, one of the few players that Hasn't played for the Bremerton Knights like JoJo Johnson. Gives into Jameer Johnson. With a short hook shot, leaves it short. Todd Williams with the rebound. He's coming into the game. D'Angelo Moore goes in, kicks back out to Clark. And what do we got? We got a 3-second violation called on the Wildcats. Jameer Johnson may have found himself a camp inside the paint. He gets called for the 3-second violation. Long three off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Clark. Far baseline, drives in, finger roll up, and he is short, but he is fouled on the play. So Dwayne Clark with 2 points on the night will go to the free throw line for Admirals Rec. First free throw upcoming for Admirals Rec. 3 dribbles, bends, flex, and he hits the free throw. 3 points for Clark. Next week on the docket for the Wildcats, the Quamish Tribe here at the Brick Palace. Both free throws good by Clark. Give him 4 on the night. $15-point lead by the Wildcats. Eagles their biggest lead after the 2 free throws by Clark. D'Angelo Moore elevates against Wyatt. Back iron, no good. Ball taps up high in the air into the hands of Wyatt. Scoops one up and goes by Ortiz into the hand of Todd Williams. Swings one to JoJo Johnson. Steps back for 3 on the far corner off the mark. Clark yanks down the rebound. Pass batted back to him by Williams, and Clark goes up the reverse, misses the shot. D'Angelo Moore, long pass down to JoJo Johnson. Flips one behind the back to Williams. Try to get it back out to JoJo Johnson. Been a foul called on Admirals Rec. Substitutions coming in. Casey Major will return for the Admirals. John Williams will inbounds on the left side for the Wildcats. Gets into JoJo Johnson. Wiggs used the defense, steps back. After the defense of Ortiz, it hits JoJo Johnson. The fadeaway for JoJo Johnson. Just a 2 for Johnson. 36-19. Back the other way, Admirals Rec. The shot off the mark. JoJo Johnson scoops one to Jameer Johnson. Goes up high in the air. Taps it up and in, though. Is off the miss by Jameer Johnson. Is JoJo Johnson. Little blood work right there. 38-19. Wildcats lead. Wyatt works in the baseline off the right side, off the near side, and draws a foul on the Wildcats. Patrick Herbert going to return for the Admirals. And to try to get the ball in is Casey Major. Tied up on the far side by JoJo Johnson. Ties up Herbert. Possession will stay with Admirals Rec. As they'll inbound again off to our right. 38-19, Wildcats on top. Flips it into Clark. Jameer Johnson on him defensively. He's swiping out as a Jameer Johnson. Clark steps back, straightaway 3, in and out. Ball batted up by D'Angelo Moore coming out of backcourt, near side. Works baseline left, feeds on the far corner for Jameer Johnson. Fires one there to JoJo Johnson. He goes up and he is fouled on the play by Dwayne Clark. Wildcats sharing the ball, nifty passing as well. JoJo Johnson will go to the free throw line for the Wildcats. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. They've built themselves up at 38-19 lead. JoJo Johnson for his free throw rims off left. First one no good. Rube Wilson will return. D'Angelo Moore will step out. JoJo Johnson from Olympic High School. From Central Kitsap High School. Going to cross that option in the program. Then he also played for the Bellevue College Bulldogs. Also played for Curtis High School as well. To wind down his high school career, Owen Wyatt rattles and drops from long range. Owen Wyatt. (39-22). JoJo Johnson with the triple. 42-22. As JoJo Johnson is filled in nicely for the absence of Deontay Dixon, who is out with injuries. Herbert dribbles near side, stepped out of bounds. I don't think anybody saw it. He drives in, leaves a short. Ball tapped up. JoJo Johnson. Long pass down to Williams. Tried to save it from going out of bounds. It does to Clark. Fires underneath, but intercepted on the play by Devontae Carter for Admirals Rec. As he tried to split the fingers, ball jabbed away to Williams, to JoJo. Feeds it up in the air for Roof Wilson, trying to alley-oop. Couldn't convert on the pass. JoJo Johnson gets the rebound, steps back for a long three. His front rim. Clark with the offensive rebound. Drives into is Damon Clark, who scores his first two of the night. 44-22. Wildcats lead it by 22. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Stepping back from long range is Devontae Carter. No good. Wildcats on the break. Arrow went up for JoJo Johnson. He tries the alley-oop. Couldn't convert the alley-oop off the pass. Just a little bit too far away. Owen Wyatt looks out to Herbert. 17-footer goes 18. Corralled in by Admirals Rec. Long shot by Major. No good. Wildcats. Johnson spins in. Nice footwork underneath. Can't convert. Gets on a rebound and sticks it back in. JoJo Johnson. 46-22. Wildcats starting to run away with this thing with 2:28 to go here in the first half. Herbert from 15 goes 14. Roof Wilson on the break out of backcourt. Off angle, splits the fingers, goes up and jams it home with two hands. Slip into a slam jam, Roof Wilson. He's got 12. And it's 48-22 Wildcats. Wyatt sneaks in again, hangs in the air, can't drop. Williams with a rebound, long pass down to JoJo Johnson. Look out! He goes up with a windmill slam. Slip into a slam jam, JoJo Johnson intercepts the inbounds. Steps back, and what do we got? Got a foul on Admirals Rec, 50-22. Wildcats on top. They have gone on a big run. 11-0 run by the Wildcats. Inches pass to Damon Clark, spins around on the baseline. Leaves it short. Dwayne Clark has it jammed away from behind by Roof Wilson. Right in the hands of JoJo Johnson. He goes up and as Herbert blocks his shot from behind, but draws the foul as well. Being helped up off the floor by Roof Wilson. 57 seconds to go here in the first half. Wildcats 50. Admirals Rec 22. JoJo Johnson. First free throw, rims off left. Next free throw by Johnson is good. And he hits the final two. JoJo Johnson. A wonderful first half, 52-22. Wildcats on top of Admirals Rec. Wyatt has the ball pickpocketed by JoJo. Look out. Goes up. And at the buzzer, a windmill slam jam. Hits back iron and goes up high in the air. No good. And that will wind down the first half of action here at the Brick Palace. Your score at the break is the Wildcats 52. Admirals Rec 22. You're listening to Wildcats Basketball on ISPNSports.com and Mega Talk Radio. The best, highest quality, excellence, or standing. Those words describe Chiropractic Lifestyle Center, voted the best in chiropractic care in Kitsap County. If you need treatment, don't settle for second best. Go to the best. Chiropractic Lifestyle Center. Don't live your life in pain. Schedule your appointment today. 360-373-2225. Chiropractic Lifestyle Center. 991 Northeast Rideau Road in Bremerton. Your next step to health and healing.
Did you know PC Parts and Service is Kitsap's #1 Apple and PC specialist? Did you know PC Parts and Service offers world-class repairs on your desktop, laptop, Apple, all-in-one, and gaming systems? Did you know PC Parts and Service has the widest selection of computer parts and accessories in Kitsap County? Did you know PC Parts and Service offers same-day or next-day repair service on all computers? Did you know PC Parts and Service offers malware and virus removal with flat fees for in-store labor? Now you do. PC Parts and Service, 1210 Sylvan Way. For inquiries, call 360-373-0424.